This is fifth lumbar vertebra. It is atypical vertebra. So it has some special features by which we can identify this. Here you see the pedicle of this vertebra has encroached on the body of the vertebra, and transverse process also has encroached on the side of the body of the vertebra, and its transverse process is also short, not thin and long, and that's why it is called atypical vertebra. Now the transverse process, which is short and stout, the attachments of this transverse process from the tip of the transverse process to the iliac crest, the iliolumbar ligament is attached, and from the lower margin of the transverse process to the ala of the sacrum. Here you see from here to the ala of the sacrum is iliolumbar. This is called iliolumbar ligament, and this is called lumbosacral ligament. So from the tip to the sacral to the iliac crest, iliolumbar, and from the lower margin of this transverse process to the ala of the sacrum, iliolumbar, lumbosacral ligament. So these are the two ligaments which is attached to the tip of the transverse process. Now come to the anterior aspect of this vertebra. Here lies the formation of the inferior vena cava. In front of this fifth lumbar vertebra lies the formation of the inferior vena cava, which is 2.5 centimeter to the right of the from the midpoint, 2.5 centimeter to the right. Here the formation of the inferior vena cava occurs, and other structures which descends in front of this fifth lumbar vertebra is the median sacral vessels, then formation of the inferior vena cava, then we will got sympathetic trunk, and also hypogastric plexus. So these are the structures that lies in front of this fifth lumbar vertebra. Now come to the fourth lumbar vertebra. So this is the fourth lumbar vertebra. In front of the fourth lumbar vertebra, from the midline to the left, 1.25 centimeter to the left, here the abdominal aorta divides into two common iliac. Abdominal divides into two common iliac, which is dividing about 1.25 centimeter to the left and in front of the L4 vertebra. So this is the lumbar 4 vertebra. Now let us see the structures which is passing through the vertebral canal at the level of the L1 and L2 vertebra, or at the lower margin of the L1 vertebra, the spinal cord ends in case of adult. So in case of adult, the end of the spinal cord lies at the level of the lower border of the L1 vertebra, or junction of the L1 and L2 vertebra. But its covering meninges extends up to the second sacral vertebra, and within this meninges lies two important spaces. One is subarachnoid space and one is epidural space. Subarachnoid space means the space between the arachnoid matter and pyometer, and this space contains synovial fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. Now this space extends up to the second sacral vertebra. Extradural space lies outside the dura mater but inside the inner aspect of the vertebral foramen, that is the lining of the vertebral foramen or periosteum of the vertebral foramen. So between the periosteum of the vertebral foramen and the dura mater, that is space called extradural space. This space is utilized by the anesthetist for epidural anesthesia. This space extends from the foramen magnum, from the margin of the foramen magnum up to the sacral hiatus. Sacral hiatus, here you see there is a gap on the posterior aspect of the sacrum. This is called sacral hiatus. Up to this epidural space extends. So that's all.